The Super Mario Bros. Movie is finally here. It feels like it has been forever, because it has, but nonetheless, after 5 long years, we finally get to see Super Mario on the big screen once again. Hopefully, this endeavor will be better than the last one, although that movie is good in its own, weird way. At the time of making this part of the video, I have not seen the movie yet, but I will spend this brief period sharing my thoughts about it, and my hopes and predictions. I am curious if my thoughts will be the same before and after seeing it. I think that I am going to enjoy this movie. I mean, I have been a fan of the Mario series for as long as I remember, and this movie seems to be catered specifically for the fans. Lots of good references in the trailers. Just seeing Bob Bomb Battlefield or Chunky Kong is enough, but there seem to be some deeper cuts than that as well. The inclusion of Foreman Spike is interesting too. I wonder if there will be some more obscure characters that show up. Maybe an Excitebike racer will show up during the kart scene. Who knows? The casting in this movie is not really something that has ever bothered me, but I believe that all the cast will give good performances. I think Charlie Day and Jack Black were perfect castings for Luigi and Bowser respectively, and I actually have a good feeling about the Chris Pratt Mario. I think the trailers may have weirdly made him sound worse than he will in the film. Well, that's enough talking about the movie. Now it's time for me to go see it. I'll be back.
Many hours later.
I saw it, and I have a lot to say. The good news is that I enjoyed it. The bad news is mostly just little nitpicks. I'm making this part of the video about a day or two after I saw the movie, so most of this is just from conversations I had with others and from the Wikipedia plot summary. There will be spoilers. Alright, let's say go. The story was fine. Obviously, we already know how it's going to end, it's just this time it's Mario and Peach, saving Luigi from Bowser. Toad and Donkey Kong are there too. It was very fast-paced, but it worked to its benefit, since there was a lot going on in a very short runtime. We go from Brooklyn to the Mushroom Kingdom in around 10 minutes, but I did not find that to be a detriment. The voice acting was surprisingly decent. Chris Pratt was pretty unrecognizable as Mario for a good portion, which in contrast to some of the other roles like Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Yes! Or Charlie Day as Luigi.
Where am I?
What I'm trying to say is, it sounded like just Charlie Day talking at first, but eventually I was like, okay, this is what Luigi sounds like now. Jack Black did a good job as Bowser.
I do not.
His song, Peaches, was alright. I didn't think it was as funny as nearly everyone else in my theater, but it certainly is catchy. Just saying the word Peaches so many times is enough to stick in my head. Speaking of the music, the score was great. I had a fun time recognizing songs from Mario games or little leitmotifs thrown in there. I believe there was a bit from Luigi's Mansion when Luigi is thrown into the Bowser Kingdom. The Captain Toad theme plays when Mario first meets Toad. And there was some iteration of Rainbow Road during the kart scene. The use of real-world music was an interesting choice. I'm not surprised because so many Illumination movies feature them, but it is not something I associate with Mario in my head. Kind of weird choices, like using Take On Me during the gang going to meet the Khans, or Mr. Blue Sky toward the end. The rest were good though, particularly No Sleep Till Brooklyn at the beginning. That's it for the basics, I believe. I'll go into some more specific things here. I forgot to mention before, but I liked comic. Good voice for the character by Kevin Michael Richardson, and his scenes were entertaining. Bowser slamming the piano on his fingers looked pretty rough. This movie made me realize that Mario and Luigi are really the only humans that we see in the Mushroom Kingdom. And the glimpse of Peach's backstory and that pipe are making me think that she is from Earth or something. I was kind of confused as to if she was shown to be very skilled at dodging enemies and whatnot, why she needed Mario's help to stop Bowser. I mean, she turns into Elsa at the end when she uses the ice flower, and is able to literally freeze him. Maybe she is just bored and wanted to help out Mario or something. Before I forget to mention, I liked Anya Taylor-Joy's performance too.
Bowser is coming.
Bowser burning the one Koopa Troopa who disagrees with his plan and turning him into a dry bones was really funny, and also made me ponder if the dry bones Luigi encountered were Koopa Troopas that Bowser previously scorched. The nihilistic Luma Lee was an odd choice, but it felt like one of Illumination's normal trappings to have an innocent character end up being really dark. I didn't find it to be particularly hilarious, but the scene where it is sad that the cages stopped burning was the best. I don't know why it didn't just fly out of the cage if it wanted to so bad. What else we got? Why did they put Bowser in a jar? The jar was never previously referenced, but Toad just happened to have it. I thought it would have been much funnier if they put him in a terrarium relating to Mario, referencing how turtles are just pets in his world. The pipe that Mario comes out of to enter the Mushroom Kingdom, no one there has even been curious of where it leads to and ended up in New York. Or maybe they have and there's just toads walking around in the Brooklyn sewers, who knows? Wish we saw more of the Kongs, but I imagine in a sequel we'd see that. Glad we saw Diddy and Dixie, as well as Chunky Kong for some reason too. Cranky Kong was fine, his voice was the only one I thought sounded a little weird, but I got used to it. I also thought it was weird that they set up a strained relationship between him and Donkey Kong that existed for like one scene. The kart scene was good, probably the best animation and action in the movie. I liked the kart customization similar to Mario Kart 8, and Toad's truck with the monster wheels. It was a little strange lore-wise that the Kong's entire civilization was built upon using vehicles, but it is necessary for the story. Surprised they didn't do more Mario Kart jokes, but they at least got a shell and banana peel reference in. Speaking of the shell, was it implied that that one blue shell Koopa just kamikazed in hopes of taking out Mario? We never see them again. King Bob OMB is also presumed gone, considering he was lit on fire and exploded. That's about it, I think. The post-credits scene set up a Yoshi egg, which was pretty disappointing, honestly. We already saw Yoshi's in a previous montage, and we didn't even get to see this one. I was hoping to see Wario or Bowser Jr. or even Link if they are going to make a Zelda movie. This went on much longer than I thought it would, and it probably could be a little longer if I wanted, but I think that's enough for now. This movie was great, as a Mario movie, and as a regular movie it was good. I enjoyed it thoroughly, even if from part of this it seems like I didn't, and would recommend it to casual viewers, but especially video game and Mario fans. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out some other videos.